Hi there, Nitin. Great job writing this essay in order to prepare for IELTS. It's so important to practice writing as much as you can leading right up to your exam. So let's take a look at what you have written and we'll see how you did. The task is: some people believe that teaching children at home is best for a child's development while others think it is important for children to go to school. Discuss the advantages of both methods and give your own opinion. Okay. Let's see. Development of the child can be done at home or school. Both of these methods has pros and cons. In home, we can monitor and guide the children in a controlled way. Since they will be at home all the time, we are better equipped to take care of their food intake, their physical fitness, and their entertainment needs. Even sending children to the school is an excellent way for child's development. Schools have well-trained teachers to look after them. They can certainly teach children in a more liberal way and let the child grow based on his own instincts or interest. Okay, let's see. First of all, it's not really an introduction. Not really in the typical academic essay sense of the word essay. You have a bunch of sentences and I'm not. It almost sounds like it's a body paragraph essay. You know, I don't know if you've seen or if you've practiced before an academic style essay, but it's definitely missing some of those conventions and some of those things that we're used to seeing in an essay. So, having said that, let's talk about some other things. First of all, I don't understand why you have this here on its own. There are no titles in an IELTS essay, so there really should be a 4-paragraph structure. I would not advise doing anything more than that. 4 paragraphs. So this should have been kind of attached to the rest of that introductory paragraph. Okay, that's the first thing. Then the grammar has a lot of errors throughout. So we have: at home we can monitor and guide children in a controlled way. Since no comma, they will be at home all the time, we are better equipped to take care of their food intake. This is the wrong there. Careful with your spelling. Their physical fitness and their entertainment needs. Again, all of these theirs are spelled incorrectly. Even sending children to the school. Even though sending children to school, no the, is an excellent way for child's development. You see here, this is a problem. I would get rid of this even and then say sending children to school is an excellent way to help a child's development because schools have well-trained teachers to look after them. They can certainly teach children in a more liberal, careful with your spelling way and let the child grow based on his own instincts or interests. Make this both plural. Okay, now moving on. Now if we decided to keep them at home, then they won't be able to think beyond what parent can think. All right, again, make these, just kind of incorporate this into the paragraph, please. It shouldn't be on its own. Let's also talk about the grammar. If we decided to keep children at home, okay, it's a brand new paragraph, so, you know, it's not bad to say who you're referring to. So now if we decide to keep children at home, then they wouldn't, grammatically this is correct, and even better than wouldn't would be would not, because the academic essay is somewhat formal, so try to avoid contractions and instead write the whole word out. So they would not be able to think beyond what their parents could think. Okay, so a number of grammatical mistakes here. Also, one of the parent, S, should stay home all the time. This is very inconvenient, as in today's apostrophe world, most of the time both parents work. It's a general fact. It happens all the time, so it should be simple present. The parent has to be able to answer all the curious questions raised by the developing, and careful with your spelling here, please, mind of the child. If they are not responded to here in the right way, it here, please, could impact the overall growth, this needs a W, of the child's thinking, or growth of the thinking of the child. But I'm not really a big fan of so many prepositional phrases in a row. At home, there will be no friends with whom children can open up their mind and share his thoughts. Now, why here do you have children plural, and here you have their plural, and then here you have his? So please be consistent. With whom children can open up their minds, careful with your spelling, this needs an S, and share their thoughts, as sometimes we hesitate, careful, to share things with our parents. So keeping them at home may make them good in certain fields, but their overall growth and development will not happen. Again, careful with your spelling. So ideally, sending children to the school makes sense, as schools have a variety of different teachers who are. Now, sending children to school, not the school, makes sense, as schools have, plural, a variety, you're missing an A here, different teachers, careful with your spelling, who are experts with an S in their own fields. This needs to be spelled correctly. Be that in sports, art, or science. Correct this, please. Be that in sports, art, or science. It's a lovely advanced grammatical way to say this. Schools will make the children, no S, more and more social than being isolated. Careful with your spelling. Being with similar ones will make them feel good. Various sports activities at school will increase the physical development of children. In schools, syllabus are updated from time to time to match it with changes that are happening in the society. Okay, there is not one single cohesive device here. You have to link these ideas somehow together, saying even like a for instance, for example, or by that I mean, or that is to say, or something to show that somehow these sentences are attached to each other. They are connected in some way, okay? It's just one short sentence after another, but there's no connection. You really need to add some cohesive devices to these sentences. Now, having said that, I don't mean that those cohesive devices should be firstly, secondly, thirdly, lastly. That's not what I mean at all. But I think I just gave you a couple of examples of the things you could do to improve the cohesion of this essay. Okay. This is spelled wrong. These changes might be, not been, missed if they are kept home only. In school, children will learn the importance, it's a wrong form here, of sharing things, not the things, doing various activities in a group, okay, and doing various activities in a group, as not all aspects of their future life can be handled by oneself. One needs the help of others, and one should not feel hesitant to take the help of others and in turn help others, here S, when needed. Schools will not, we don't use contractions in these essays, force students to follow premeditated paths for their spelling future learning. Children here will have freedom to follow their own learning path. Okay, so in conclusion, we can say that it is always better to send children, no S, to school than keeping them at home, as schools play an important role, R-O-L-E, in a child's overall development, whereas, this is one word, at home, children may not be able to grow or develop in all important aspects. Okay, so Nitin, this really has a lot of areas that need improvement. You need to improve your grammar. You need to improve your coherence and your cohesion. So it basically needs, I mean, you have some good elements. Your ideas are nice. They're accurate. They're good. They're lovely. But the way you express them needs a little improvement. So really, I think you would benefit from taking a full course in writing for IELTS, and maybe even in speaking. But do consider taking something, not just a short little error correction, but do something a little more structured. I think it will really, really help you make the difference that you need to make in your writing in order to get the score you need. So I really hope that you'll think about my suggestion, and I hope that I will get to see more of these essays from you in the future.